The purpose for this video is to just show you around what the software can do and how it can help businesses. So first of all, this is the landing page, or this is the home page for Belugar. So coming to belugar.com, either you are signing in or you're getting started, which means registering. So I created an account earlier, so I think I'll use a new account to try to show the power of Belugar to you. So of course, I think one of the first things that you need to, because one of the features Belugar has is that you can add multiple businesses. You can have multiple businesses, especially if the person has media subscription. But of course, on the free version, you can have one business. So why is this so? Of course, some businesses have different branches or different stores. That is not just one. So of course, once someone subscribes, you can have access to as many businesses as you can. So let me create a new business, which will be like more like the headquarter, more like the main business. I choose to call it Second Labs. Let's just adopt something about books. Of course, knowing that businesses like wholesale, retail, people that import, people that are into supply chain can use this to track their products. So talk about product inventory, talk about accounting, talk about invoicing, team management, customer management. So talk about credit and debit management and all that. Okay, let me try to activate all the apps that I will need and how it can work. Oh, I need file management now. Yeah, I need this now. Like I said, we could always ask questions. So let me open this up so we'll see. Okay, so the first thing we have here is the accounting. So under accounting, you get the sales, the expenses, and the debt. And then you talk about the inventory. Inventory talks about the goods you have in stock, so your stock management. Talk about customer, talk about team management. Of course, if you're the admin or the owner of the business, you can create specific roles like the accountant, sales manager can all be on your team. The pricing plan, the active apps, so this is where I enable those apps. Then talk about setting. This is where you have your, of course, where you could create a profile, the business info, which is this business. Of course, you can delete a business and create a new one if you want. Your referral, your transaction history as well. And then, of course, there's a place where you can fund your wallet. Of course, funding your wallet means if you want to subscribe, you need to be able to fund your wallet first. Let's say you want to subscribe for 1 year, 2 years, you fund the amount that is needed, and then monthly the app will do its work. So of course, I think the first thing we need to look out here is inventory. If you are to make any sales, inventory needs to come first. So let's add our stock. I'm just showing us overview because we have nothing in our stock, so everything is basically on zero. So let's try to add a new product. Maybe have a new business. Of course, that's one of the first things the clients can do trying to use Belugar is to stock up their stock the software with goods. So I said this is a bookshop. Okay, let's see how for this one. Novel by Chimamanda. Let's say one of these books. It's 10,000. So this is current select price. Then it's 210. This is the cost price. So let's say we are selling for 12,000 and we got up to 50 pieces. I'll go ahead and create. You could add a product image if you have, but it's not. It's optional. Okay, this is first stock we added. Let's try to add another stock. So to make things easier for us, half of a what about before I just goes? This is 7,000. 7,000. For this 100, let's create this too. Okay, so we have two products here. So let's go ahead. Of course, with this feature that we have here, you can import. If you already have a list of goods, you could make an import into this, and as well you can export either in Excel or CSV. So they want to have the list of your products on paper, they could export, and at the same time they could import if they already have a document that has the list of your products. So we can now go ahead and then make from inventory. Let's move to accounting. Let's make a sale and see what it looks like. Okay, at sale. So let's say someone wants to buy something. What product are we? Of course, see the list of products just added. They will showcase here. Of course, you can quickly search a product. Let's say you have over 100 products displayed here with each of them having their quantity. So I want to sell Popeye biscuits and I want to sell 10. And I want to sell half the illusion as well. For this one, sell 12. Okay, I'm not adding any other products. So all of them is totaling this amount to be paid. Of course, the payment is 760. So discount. Quickly select. Of course, if I have more than John Doe, they should all be listed here and I can search. But it's good that you know the customer is buying your goods. So I'll go ahead and create the sale. I did the code that was not system. Okay, so of course this took me to this. Okay, yeah. So I have the sale here. If I have to get into the sale to see, because from here I can send invoice to the customer or even print invoice for them. So if I refresh this, you should be able to see that I've made a total of one sale. So depending on the sale you made, these people can from their dashboard overview see what's going on in their businesses. So the earning, the losses, and even this person was owing debt, it will be recorded that okay, during the sale that maybe the amount was 233,000, but they paid for just 200 remaining an amount. So I think that's it for here. I could add expenses if I made any expenses, of course during the course of purchasing the goods and all that. I can add the expenses here. All of them will be giving me an overview in my account, and of course if you see the dashboard you see loss, net earning and all that. Total expenses 0 because I've not made any expenses. Of course debt too will be recorded. If someone is owing, I could quickly say that somebody's owing me an amount of money, then 1,000 we are not paid for goods. Which customer is owing? Let's say it's John Doe. I have to create. So now his window is going here and it's already been recorded. So I've already talked about account and inventory. If I come to customer is owing us this journal, which we just recorded. If we want to view this debt, let's go back to journal and say let's view journal because every customer has his detail. So here he's saying that he bought this. There's a sale for 203,000 and then the amount he paid is owing 1,000, which is recorded now. He bought in two products. These things are all in display for the manager to see or whoever is in charge. Moving down to team management, I don't have all the time. Of course, I said here you can create any role that you want, any role, accountant, sales manager, and all that, and then you can invite team managers here. As you invite users, you can assign roles to them as well, so that even if the boss is not there, these people can be able to manage his business. Okay, so I've talked about the settings. So let's go to active apps. Of course, I activated other apps except file management. So of course, with file management, you could store any important document concerning the business here. So let's go to file manager. You're able to upload a folder or a files. Everything is saved in a database and you can access it from one place, one source. If you're not in your business premises or physically in your business premises, you can access their files through this. So this shows the whole activated apps, the pricing plans, the $50, the $250, the $500, and you see the things that you could do with them. Of course, I've shown us settings. So I'll go straight to before funding of wallet. I think we should know about going offline. Of course, this app Belugar allows the business owners to be able to operate offline. Why? Because in case they're having any form of internet connection issue, they could use the app even without network or even without internet. So that once their devices are connected to internet, they just sync offline. So even offline, they are doing business. Nothing is stopping them from doing business. After business hours, of course, these things are already saved. They can save it on the application. But once they go online, it's sent to the database, so it's stored in the cloud. Every information they feel while they're doing internet connection, so you can go offline. And or go online back, whichever one. And once you do that, you refresh that, and then that's it. So while funding of your wallet, pretty easy, very fast. It's only from 2000. Of course, like I said earlier when this video started, when you fund your wallet, it's from the wallet that the app you subscribe to any of the plan. So funding paystack. So you either use a card, that's in case you're helping the customer now, either use their card to fund for them or through transfer. Any of this is easier. Once they make this transfer, automatically they would even acknowledge that you've sent the money or you click on sending the money. So any of this is way best. Either using your card or you make a transfer. And that will be it. Once you do that, you will see the funded plan or the funded money. Of course, we could still demonstrate this when we are together on a call. And from here, you could view the amount you have in your wallet, the current plan you are on. Currently, I'm on the free plan. Of course, if I'm to add any other extra businesses now, I need to be able to subscribe to be able to add a new business after my future response.